Not every person believes in mystical stories. However, there are places in the world that raise questions among both scientists and mystic enthusiasts. One such place is Nan Madol, considered the most cursed city in the world. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This way you will help our community to grow. The mighty ruins of this enigmatic location, slightly smaller than New York City, are situated between the main island of Pohnpei and the island of Tenwen. The origins of Nan Madol date back into ancient times, but its prehistoric layout remains undated and the identity of its builders remains unknown. Built within a lagoon and surrounded by water on three sides, encircled by stone walls, the city is often referred to as the Venice of the Pacific. Constructed from 250 million tons of volcanic rock, local legends suggest that strange visitors once levitated massive stones through the air, with weights ranging from 5 to 40 tons. When the first European explorers arrived in the 1800s, they were so astonished by the grandeur of the ruins that they considered them the eighth wonder of the world. Despite their foundations submerged underwater, the megalithic structures still stand. Located in Micronesia, in the state of Pohnpei, on the island of Tenwen, Nan Madol is situated on a coral island. It is the only ancient city built on a coral reef that has survived to this day. Unfortunately, the city has been abandoned for several reasons. Research suggests that constructing the city required at least 800,000 tons of stone. Scientists note that building a similar city on land would have been much easier and required far less stone. The transportation of such massive stones to the construction site also raises questions, as some of them are of impressive size. The city's construction is presumed to have taken place between the 12th and 15th centuries, but concrete evidence regarding its origins is yet to be found. The island's history remains enigmatic, generating numerous questions among both the local population and scholars. According to one version, Nan Madol was built by an advanced race of people who possessed magical abilities and utilized various mythical creatures. What does the legend say? The local population believes that the city was constructed by two wizards named Olosob and Olosib, who arrived on the island from a distant land inhabited by dragons and giants. According to the legend, these wizards arrived on a boat accompanied by a large dragon. Using their magic, the wizards effortlessly moved stone blocks, constructing the edifices. The people of that time accepted the wizards and their dragon as rulers. Over time, the wizards had children with local women, establishing a ruling dynasty. However, in the 16th century, the dynasty was overthrown, and the magical abilities of the wizards were forgotten. The overthrow of the ruling dynasty is attributed to a warrior named Nan Madol. At the time of the rebellion, Nan Madol was in turmoil due to the despotic and corrupt nature of the ruling dynasty. According to the legend, the ruling wizard dynasty attempted to hide in the local forests, but Nan Madol supporters set the forests ablaze from all sides, leading to the ruler's demise. At that time, Nan Madol could have become the ruler and established his own dynasty, but shortly after the victory, he left Nan Madol. He claimed that the fallen ruling dynasty had cursed him. Since then, people developed a prejudice that anyone who settles in Nan Madol will encounter misfortune and death. This belief led to the abandonment of the city by the local population, and to this day the island is considered cursed. How do others explain it? To this day, scientists lack precise data about the island's creation history. However, various theories have been proposed, although some of them are considered pseudoscientific. One of the most extensive and popular theories is that of Augustus Le Plongeon, a Victorian photographer and traveller. According to his hypothesis, the islands in the region could be remnants of the lost continent of Mu. Le Plongeon's theory suggests that a whole civilization once inhabited the land of Mu. However, after a series of powerful earthquakes, the continent was submerged beneath the waters of the Pacific Ocean, leaving behind the islands we see today. Some scholars argue that evidence of the Mu civilization can be found in certain knowledge retained by the local inhabitants and later discovered during the study of the construction of the Egyptian and Mayan civilizations. Unfortunately, the ruins lack any artistic elements or petroglyphs that could help determine their age. It is also impossible to ascertain which civilization inhabited them, leading to differing opinions among experts. These discrepancies have made Nan Madol an unsolved enigma. Mainstream researchers believe that Nan Madol was constructed in the 2nd century AD. However, it is possible that this date corresponds only to the oldest human remains found on the island, not to the construction itself. Evidence supports this theory as the foundation of Nan Madol lies underwater. How could they have started construction with such large and heavy stones underwater at that time? This detail suggests that Nan Madol was initially above sea level and subsequently submerged. However, this approach is not supported by geologists. Unlike other cities, Pohnpei Island has not been subjected to any known sinking event. So how did it end up underwater? There are currently two theories. The first is based on logical scientific arguments related to the rise in ocean water levels. The other is connected to an ancient legend. According to historians and geologists, the last major glaciation occurred around 14,000 years ago. The melting ice covering much of the Earth led to the Pacific Ocean's rise to a height of up to 100 meters. Consequently, the construction would date back 14,000 years. Although this theory is not embraced by most Nan Madol researchers. Divers' research has allowed experts to observe the remains of the city underwater. Not only parts of old roads, but also avenues and graveyards that were part of the islets can be seen. Nan Madol's 92 islands were interconnected by canals and stone walls. The city was built from magnetic rock, which adds another mysterious aspect to the ancient city. When a compass is brought close to the rock, it goes haywire. Does the magnetism of the stone have any connection to the methods of transporting Nan Madol's materials? Giorgio Tsoukalos and David Childress explore the mysterious chain of artificial islets in Nan Madol, Micronesia. After 30 years of research, David Childress is convinced that Nan Madol was built by extraterrestrials, and the electromagnetic properties of the basalt rock enabled levitation. Nan Madol likely dates back 11,000 to 20,000 years ago, when the ocean levels were much lower. The ancient underwater structures imply the existence of an earlier Nan Madol era that was part of a great Pacific Ocean culture. Other megalithic monuments in the Pacific and Mexico point to an ancient lost civilization in the region. The engineering knowledge present in Nan Madol seems to have come from extraterrestrial beings, making it one of the few places that defy logic. The megalithic structures of Nan Madol indicate the presence of extraterrestrials on Earth tens of thousands of years ago. Alternative researchers suggest that the ruins of Nan Madol could be part of lost continents like Mu and Lemuria, as described in the book The Lost Continent of Mu, The Motherland of Man, published in 1926 by James Churchward. David Childress, a researcher and writer, has also suggested a connection with Lemuria. In his 1978 book, Lost Cities of Ancient Lemuria and the Pacific, Bill Bollinger proposed that Nan Madol was built by ancient Greek mariners around 30 BCE. The local inhabitants refer to it as the Atlantis of the Pacific Ocean, as old tales from nearby cities speak of another mysterious city submerged underwater, emitting light from time to time. Join our channel for exciting content, stay updated with the latest videos, and be part of our growing community. Hit that subscribe button now, give this video a thumbs up, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.